People have so many things they want to see and do before they leave this earth. My next guest loves Plano so much that she compiled a list of things you need to do before you go. She's Plano Moms founder, Abbie Alter, and she's here to share her top 5 summer picks. Hi, Abbie.
Hi, how are you?
All right, so what is a nice girl from across the pond doing in the Lone Star State?
Well, it was my husband's fault. So 13 years ago, we came over for his job and we never left.
Yeah, it's always a man, isn't it? All right, and first of all, congratulations on the big win in the World Cup, England. That was so exciting, I'm sure.
It was amazing and so happy to have it here in Dallas, in my home city.
That's wonderful. Well, okay, well, let's break this book down. Okay, so the title sounds a little bit morbid, you know what I mean? But, you know, your goal is to get people off the couch, looking and doing things, and Plano has so many different options. What is it about Plano that particularly stands out to you?
Well, I've made it my home, and I think that having explored the city over the last 13 years, I've realized that in that 71 square miles, Plano is so much more than just being north of Dallas. It is Plano, and there's so much to see and do on your own doorstep, and I wanted all my neighbors to know about it.
Well, I grew up here in North Texas, and Plano for many years just had the distinction of being a suburb of Dallas. Now it has its own unique identity. So let's talk about the whole notion of 100 things to do. That's a lot, but you were able to fill this book. So why did you want to take on this challenge?
Well, I think after the last 10 years of building my local media platform, Plano Moms, I've been listening to local families and realizing that actually there is so much more that I really need to share with everybody. And I had the opportunity to write the book, and I just jumped at the chance.
Well, what was it that would require one to make the list?
Well, I had to visit everyone. I had to do my research. I spoke to a lot of people. It took about 18 months, all in all. And every single place has been chosen because I think it adds value and gives people great memories that they can enjoy. And I think it gives them something that they didn't know about Plano.
All right, well, let's dive in, shall we? Because summer is here. We need some things to do. Let's talk about the Fillmore Repub. That's on your top 5. Tell me about that.
Well, yeah, the Fillmore Pub is in downtown Plano. It is the most English-ish pub, I think, in Plano you're going to get. I think it provides a great base for downtown Plano, too.
All right, do they do a mean fish and chips?
Oh, they do. And great beer.
All right, well, let's continue to talk Europe. You also suggest the Bavarian Grill. Tell us more about that.
Yes, that is our German-themed restaurant. It has really great artifacts and great food, great schnitzel, which you can enjoy with your big pint of beer as well, or more. And there's a really great fun model train that runs around your head while you're eating, and live music.
I think the timing of us talking about these European flavors that are in Plano is great, with the World Cup being here. To know that Plano is such a metropolitan city, it welcomes so many, and it has such a diverse options, so many diverse options when it comes to food. That's got to be exciting for you in particular, since you came from Europe.
Absolutely. And I mean, Plano has so many cultures. We speak so many languages, and we brought all of our food and drink influences to North Texas.
All right, well, let's transition from restaurants to art. The Plano Art Walk. Tell us about that event.
That is a self-guided tour that takes you whenever you want and your family, walking around lots of different public art installations, places that you didn't realize existed, like the Douglas community, where they have huge murals telling stories about Plano residents from previous decades. And I think it is a really great thing for anyone to try. And of course, it's free.
All right, another one that's got to be on many people's favorite list. We're talking the Thunderbird roller rink. I need to know more about that.
That is the 1950s original roller rink that we have in Plano, with that spinning ball above your head as you skate around, with really great music. It has a really great fun arcade as well attached to it. They host really good birthday parties there too. So I recommend everyone gives that a shot.
Well, and Plano has a very rich history and its own culture. Heritage Farmstead Museum. Tell me more.
That is our amazing homestead and farm in the heart of Plano, with chickens, pigs, and a donkey, and also a traditional restored historical home from Abbie Wilson from 1891.
I've been there. I love it. It's a great place to go and visit this summer. So how can people get a copy of the book?
Well, you can actually pick up a copy in Biblio Bar in downtown Plano, Barnes & Noble in Plano, and also all online booksellers.
I have had a good time reading it. Thank you so much for bringing all of these wonderful places in our community of Plano to life.